Right now, though, let's check in with Maria, get a quick check on our forecast for this Friday. Maria.
All right, we've dipped down now into the 30s. In the city, 39 degrees. It's 31 in Islip, 32 in Poughkeepsie, 29 in White Plains. And I highlight some of those areas because we're also seeing some fog, a little bit of mistiness, too. So from Islip on over into Orange, into Sullivan, Ulster, and Dutchess County, that may mean some slick spots. As I mentioned, temperatures are down below freezing in some of these areas. That's what the fog looks like from our camera in Otisville, Orange County. So keep that in mind the next couple of hours. Otherwise, a gray afternoon, 42 by noontime. It's late afternoon. We start to see a few showers move in, 45 degrees, up to 47 by 10 o'clock. At that point, that steady heavy rain beginning to move in. Michael?
In the past couple.
Many airlines have suffered.
Lauren's usually good for about $6 billion in travel.
At least. You know, I got to say, Delta, you know, they didn't sell all their seats. They were trying to do the right thing during the pandemic, keep everyone safe.
Right.
I did fly Delta once, and I felt like they were doing everything that they could. So yeah, they took a hit, but I'm sure they'll come back.
And the signs of hope that the CEO mentioned where Lauren searches for where she wants to go. Once
oh, don't we know? Yes.
Back.
She's out once it's safe, for sure. All right, Maria, what's going on?
All right, well, one of our travel hiccups this morning, weather-wise, will be the fog. This is Ulster County, but it gives you a sense of where we're seeing some of this and how dense it is, but also for Long Island.
And of course, let's turn to Maria LaRosa, because out on Long Island, where Jessica is, we are looking at the largest accumulations of snow that's expected, but also the blizzard-like conditions are what they're facing.
Exactly, and I feel comforted knowing that he's out there, right? He's just so like, this is what we do, this is our storm, and it's easier when there's nobody out, so that's a good message we'll continue to reinforce. Because it is continuing to develop. This is not the peak of it. This is not certainly the end of it. But for Long Island, I don't know if you can see a little bit of the wave with the dark, the light, the dark, the light, the dark. And that we're seeing the bands set up. And that's where we get that really heavy snow that quickly accumulates. So from Brooklyn and Queens, but into Nassau County as well. And of course into Suffolk County, where we have some of that heavy snow falling already. And in fact, the National Weather Service has already given a heads up here for Nassau and Suffolk County that we could be approaching at times those blizzard conditions. That means the visibility is less than a quarter mile, winds over 35 miles per hour, and those snowfall rates helping that along, about 1 to 2 inches per hour likely, and some spots may approach that 3-inch per hour rate. We've been talking about the blowing snow, the falling snow, and the gusty winds. Look at how it's impacting visibility. Reason number 1 million, you don't want to be out there right now. It's less than a quarter mile in Islip, less than half a mile in Eastport, and with the heavy bands of snow, you can absolutely guarantee those visibilities will come way down. The winds are very strong too. Look at this, West Hampton Beach now a 44-mile-per-hour wind gust, closing in on 40 from Bayshore to Islip. So with temperatures in the 20s, we also have that dangerous cold. So along with that, keeping an eye on the coastal flooding during times of high tide this morning for Suffolk County and Nassau County. Going forward, a couple of things to keep in mind. The winds really not going to ease up during the day, and that combination of the winds and the heavy snow really from now into early afternoon for eastern Long Island. We do see some of the accumulating snow begin to taper off, but really not until this evening. Keeping in mind, again, those gusts, so concerns about power outages, still a thing. So if you're watching us, all the power is on. Make sure everything's charged up just in case. Guys, back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you very much. Headed a bit north, we're going to go up to Westchester County now. Linda Beccaro is in White Plains. Linda, what are you seeing there?
Well, Gus, that wind really is a factor because we've got maybe about 3 inches here in White Plains. We're on East Post Road, not far from White Plains Hospital. But what's deceptive is that the wind keeps getting blown off the cars and the sidewalk. So
Maria LaRosa looking at this cold Monday morning.
It is cold. Many of us in the teens and the single digits around the boroughs. Lots of 20s. Brooklyn at 24. The winds are light. 24 in Queens. We're down to 15 in Staten Island, and the New York State Mesonet in the Bronx says 21. That's what we find at Central Park. A few more hours, we'll dip a few more degrees into the teens and then back up into the 20s, but lots of sunshine by lunchtime. On our way up near freezing today, and each day we take a little step up until Thursday. This comes along with our rain chance, but look what follows. More highs in the 30s and even colder for the weekend. I'll show you that coming up in the 10-day forecast.
Thanks so much, Maria. Also ahead, where this entire neighborhood is coated with ice thanks to our weekend storm. Plus, rising tensions. This is an upside, though, to all the snow. A lot of sledding after leading 7 hours of our live coverage on Saturday. That's our Maria LaRosa getting in some runs over the weekend. I'll tell you, I was glad to see you at least have a few minutes of a good time in the snow because you worked so hard.
Maria. Oh, well, I had a good nap on Saturday,
Good.
so that was yesterday when it was nice and quiet and sunny. And it's a lot of fun. And, you know, I have 3 boys, so
Yes.
you saw that was a nice, easy go down the hill. I said, if you push Mom,
Yes.
you have to sleep outside. No,
That's
I'm
right.
kidding. No. And it was a lot of fun, and there's plenty of snow to go around. This is a look at the current snow cover. You can see a lot of us closing in on that foot to foot and a half of snow on the ground, and so you still have time to enjoy it because it's still cold. And look at where we've been this month. We've had more days below average than above. Those are all the days in blue, and certainly the last week or so, that stretch has certainly helped that along. We're going to add another blue square here to wrap up January, and then February we make the turn, and we're going to start to see at least a short period of relatively mild weather. Out there now, as we look across Midtown, visibility is fantastic. We have mainly clear skies, just a few clouds out there, but light winds. So these air temperatures, while cold, of course, not as harsh as what we were looking at back there.
Yes, you were hard at work.
Yes, coffee is amazing.
Good job.
You know, one of the benefits of being behind a big storm system can be crystal clear, bone dry. It is chilly, but I want to show you a beautiful view from EarthCam.
Ooh,
looking at the
nice.
city skyline. Isn't that gorgeous, like high def? But see that bright little spot there on your upper right. And if you're up early, this is one of those wonderful benefits. Right there, you can see that is Venus. So you get a glimpse of that before the sun comes up. And yes, we are dry. We are mainly clear. A few clouds from time to time today. 21 degrees starting out the door right now at Central Park. 10 in White Plains, 10 in Bridgeport. We've got 9 in Islip, and it's 1 below 0 right now in Poughkeepsie. So yes, you still need all the gear, and include that in your arsenal, sunglasses. So that's fresh snow, and that sun can be brutal on your eyes there. 32 by 4 p.m. and still mainly clear, still with light winds and still dry heading into this evening. And you guessed it's still chilly. 24 by 10 o'clock. All right, Adele, what are you watching out there?
It's actually pretty busy right now, Maria. We're going to start things off here with our commuter rails, then head on to the roadways, LIRR, Port Jeff, Montauk, Oyster Bay, Babylon, Long Beach, and Far Rockaway. You've got delays and service changes. New Jersey Transit.
I don't own any more of those outfits, and my husband is very disappointed.
Wow. That's not true.
Oh, no.
Hello. Wow.
You're a Renaissance
There's some
woman. I
high
love it.
pressure moving in there.
Rise and
My
shine.
gosh. Wow.
All right, well, you guys are surrounded.
Those are some fronts moving in. Okay. They told me to wrap it up before we get into trouble. By the way, our producers, guys, our producers have snowballs. Whoa.
Hold on. Oh, my God.
Hey, these are. Hey, Max Paul is throwing a little hard overhand there, Max. You know.
I saw him practicing earlier.
Hold on a sec.
Take that. Now, how do you like it?
You guys are my dream weather though. Like snow. Whoa. Snow without the cold. That's my dream.
All right.
Still cold snow.
Two Penn Staters here.
Yes.
One
Yes.
has been to this party.
Right.
Yes, that would be Maria.
That would be me. Drove through the night, stood through the night and into the morning. As an undergrad,
Okay.
You know, young as you are, you take advantage of that. You take advantage of that.
Yes.
And I remember having fun.
What you can remember.
I do remember.
What you can remember.
I remember being cold, and then like, let's go to Perkins now and get some pancakes.
Perkins.
Let's
yes.
do this
Perkins.
after the big reveal. Yeah, it was fun.
Good stuff.
But it's cold there. Temperatures in the teens and low 20s now.
What's going on?
It's
Okay.
Thank you.
You want pictures of that?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
If you are hopping onto your trains, 2 trains, we're still seeing delays both ways, and